The next day. Oh great, just the thing I want to hear first thing in the morning. I really ought to get an alarm clock so I can keep that shit on silent.
If he needs me that badly, he can leave a message.
Can I? Oh jeez, that's how you do it? Cool. I see him in about an hour anyway. What could he need at 6 in the morning? Kiki climbs onto my legs and keeps herself comfortable on my lap as I glance at the phone again. Best case scenario, he's calling me to cancel class and letting me know I can sleep in. Worst case, he wants to hook up before class even starts. Either way, I figure I can handle it. I unwillingly answer the call.
Please tell me I can go back to sleep.
Why? What'll that get me?
Oh jeez.
My undying love and affection.
Well, now I'm tempted to let you go back to sleep.
It's the first day of class. What is so important?
I need you to replace me, but just for the first class.
You're fucking kidding me. I can't believe they hired you. Let me guess, you were out drinking last night. Do they know how fucking irresponsible you are?
I can't take my eyes off of Ray right now because he looks so good. Just look at him. I love him.
You could have gone with me. I called.
Yeah, you probably did, but I was busy being an adult. I had work in the morning, tutoring in the evening, and then went to sleep knowing I had class today.
And here I thought you missed me as much as I did you.
Oh, don't pull that with me. If you missed me, you would have been here and not out partying with whatever slut you picked up.
Whoa.
I picked you up once upon a time. Do you really want to go down that road?
Just tell me what I have to do.
Pass out some syllabi, give them a reading assignment, and drop the name cards by my office after? I'll have a special reward for you, Dove.
It better be damn good.
It is. And it also involves me naked.
I'm partially interested.
Oh god.
What were you even doing on a Sunday night?
Wishing I was with you. But, of course, you never answer my calls.
Your fault for setting the most annoying ringtone ever.
It's not my fault you haven't learned how to change it by now. It's literally 2 keystrokes. But of course, I like to think you just pretend not to know. And maybe in reality, you sometimes curl up with it on lonely nights to remember all the good times we had. And all the good things I made you feel.
Oh jeez.
You're so full of yourself.
Oh, come on. You have time to play a little. What are you wearing?
No.
No, I don't have time to play. I have to.
God, I love him. Look at his face. Oh.
I'm telling you, the class can wait. Now tell me what you're wearing.
I look down as if I need to confirm with myself. I feel the flush both in my cheeks and down my neck. Even my chest is red. I pull the shirt closed as if he might be able to see.
Just a shirt.
It's never just a shirt, Dove. The devil's in the details.
Oh jeez.
It's one of your old shirts and some boxer briefs.
Why are you playing this game?
That sounds enticing.
Did you really just call to get yourself off?
Not at all. I was going to return the favor as well. Go ahead, ask me.
You're gonna say nothing.
What are you wearing?
Absolutely nothing. But you know the best part? Looking at pictures of you. God, you're so sexy.
Oh my god.
Those private pictures better be staying private.
For my eyes only. I'll see you after class.
Fine. See you then.
Oh, and Ray?
What?
Good morning, Dove.
I blush again and just hang up. If I didn't, I'd be tempted to let him play with me all day. Even after our rocky past and intense breakup, I won't deny that we're still pretty crazy for each other, no matter how much I don't want to admit it. Damn, Ray. I arrived at class just a few minutes early, and even after this long, still need to take a moment to calm my nerves. I've overseen tests, tutored, answered questions, and pretty much played June's puppet for all things outside of the lecture. But facing my first time to address the class on my own leaves me with a few butterflies. This won't take too long, it's the first day, and odds are they want out as soon as possible. For once, we'll be wanting the same thing. June's surprise better make up for this crap. Opening the folder, I glance at the course name just to refresh myself before entering the room with all the authority and confidence I can muster. As I walk in, the majority of the class goes quiet at my presence while the rest can't be bothered. Setting my bag down forcefully, I clear my throat and begin with the basics.
Alright, unfortunately, Dr. Saigyo couldn't make it today. My name is Reiiiii Kuroshima. I'll be your peer leader and Dr. Saigyo's slave for the next semester.
The truth gets a spattering of laughter, and I realize that most of these kids have no idea what they're in for. I wonder who the victim will be this semester. As I prepare to discuss both the syllabus and index card, a voice pierces the room unexpectedly.
Wait, Kuroshima? Reiiiii Kuroshima? You mean the Rei Kuroshima? From the doctor killings?
Wincing internally, I realized I was bound to happen, but never thought it would be so soon. At least one person in class has read up on current events.
Guilty.
With any luck, this takes all of 5 minutes.
Wow, I can't believe it's actually you! You're our professor?
Peer leader, Leo. He's standing in for Professor Saigyo. Weren't you listening?
I like that one, which is pretty hard. Look at him move.
Yeah, but he's like our professor today.
Actually, today's gonna be a short one. Dr. Saigyo has a very specific way of teaching that you will all discover. So today, we're going to review the syllabus, fill out these index cards, then you're all free to go.
The class whoops and claps excitedly as I begin to pass out the index card and syllabi.
Wait, so we're not gonna get a chance to talk to you?
I'm available if you have any questions about the reading or the lecture. And while we're on that, you're expected to read and be familiar with chapters 2 and 3 by Wednesday. I will tell you, it may sound like a simplistic assignment, but I would try for full comprehension. Remember names, titles, and studies, or you'll make yourself and the class miserable. Don't take this course lightly.
With that done, I return to the desk and take a seat, pulling out some paperwork from my last autopsy as I read the syllabi and fill out the cards. I sigh going through the motions and feel like a student myself at the worst assignment ever. For ease of access, I stuff my phone in my front pocket for whatever I feel the need to check the time. Pen in my hand, I continue to fill out the required notes as the student begins to turn in their index card. Every once in a while I glance up as the student moves past, and every time catch the eyes of the purple-haired twins who addressed me earlier. Oh great, what do these two have going on? As the last of the students move by my desk and out of the room, I rearrange the index cards and go through them quickly. In the process, I remove about half a dozen post-it notes, complimenting my looks and offering their phone numbers. It's flattering, but they're all girls, and June would have thrown a fit. Looking up towards the two, I stand from my seat and move around to the front of the desk. I watch them converse amongst themselves before raising a voice.
Am I supposed to mark you two as no-shows?
I have them.
Well, I was kind of hoping to head out, so hurry up.
The purple-haired student stands from his seat and comes down to join me by the desk. As he hands me the index cards, I glance at both of them.
Are you Leo or Griffith?
Most call me Griff, but some call me Master.
Oh god, we will. Whoa, been a while since I've been around someone so sexually straightforward, though typical for a dom.
Griffith it is.
Give it time. It's a long semester.
God. Before I can retort, Griffith leans back against the desk, sitting right on the edge and giving me a look that would definitely work on me if I was 3 shots down and looking for a Friday night fling.
You're good, but you're also my student.
All the more reason to be a little dangerous, don't you think, Ray?
Don't. Stop. I'm making an X with my fingers.
Kuroshima.
Whatever you prefer.
I smile and find myself actually looking around the room to make sure no one else is watching. The partner in crime is still looking from his seat and the rest of the room is empty. Before I can turn back, a hand grips my shirt and Griffith pulls me to him. Thrown off balance, I'm forced to catch myself on the desk and wind up standing between his legs and looking into his emerald gaze. Hui. Oh jeez, whoa, hey, oh god, I'm losing my voice, hello. Griffith holds my chin and guides my face to his.
Tell me you're free to have a little fun later.
No.
Sorry, I'll be busy.
You're saying it like it's a question, Ray.
Look me in the eyes and tell me I'm not worth canceling for.
No, Ray! Goddamn, he knows I'm lying. Though I'm pretty curious at what he's offering. Griffith leans in and I can feel his breath on my face and his thumb smoothing over my lips. His touch is gentle and seductive. Losing myself in his grasp, I start to lean in on my own accord, asking wordlessly for a kiss. Another body slides in behind me and rests a chin on my shoulder. Oh god, I forgot these two came as a pair.
Griff, you can't keep him all to yourself. Technically, I saw him first.
Wow. Griffith smirks as Leo begins to grind lightly against my buttocks. Oh my god, it's my bottom. Hello. Griff smirks as Leo begins to grind lightly against my ass, and just like that, I'm caught in a compromising situation that is both damning and totally what I want.
I thought you said it was going to be a long semester.
Never said we couldn't wait to get started.
Oh god, I really love these CGs. Oh god, they're so good.
Next class in here isn't for another hour. I could lock the door if we want to have some fun.
Unfortunately, our TA here said he has other obligations.
Aw, no fun. I guess plan A didn't work.
Griffith places a hand on my chest and fingers slide down over my stomach. Before I know it, my phone slips from my pocket. He tosses it over my shoulder and I instinctively reach for it. Griffith grabs the front of my shirt and pulls me closer with his other hand. He captures my chin, forcing me to look at him.
Don't worry about that. Leo's just gathering your info for the next time we want to get close to you. We were kind of hoping you might just give in now, but it looks like you'll need some breaking in.
Oh god. Oh god. Wee woo.
Breaking in? What are you talking about?
Well, in our off time, Leo and I like to play little games with each other. And occasionally, if they're worthy, we invite others to play with us. I decided the minute you walked in that maybe it wouldn't be too bad to have a squint as a pet.
Griffith's fingers trace my chin and then down over my neck, circling my Adam's apple before sliding his fingers around my throat.
I definitely think this neck of yours could use a collar. I could find lots of interesting ways to use you. Especially when we want to pick your mind about the doctor.
Just those two words pull me out of my daze and narrow my eyes in confusion.
What does the doctor have to do with me?
Oh, don't worry. I definitely am enjoying that face of yours. But I'm also curious about what's in that brain. We know you work at the agency. And we also know that you're the prodigy paired with the distinguished Detective Steele.
Okay, got it.
There are easier ways to get my information. You don't have to treat me like your next conquest.
I try to pull away, but Griffith's fingers tighten. Reaching up, I grab his wrist and meet his eyes angrily.
Get your hands off me! I'm not your fucking toy!
You sure seemed like one a minute ago. Look, I'll admit your pretty face, but I need more than a pillow princess. Don't think you're high quality.
Pillow princess? High fucking quality.
Fuck you and your fucking ego!
Wow, Ray. Gets riled up real quick. Pull away again, and this time Griffith lets me go, only to find Leo right behind me as I turn. A bright smile greets me, and before I know it, Leo steals a kiss, and I'm still too surprised to react as Leo slips his arms around my neck.
Aw, don't be mad, please. We really do like you.
Leo plays with the curls of my nape and gives me his version of puppy dog eyes, which are not only warm and enduring, but also strangely seductive.
We're just a little more forward than the rest. And Griff can be a little harsh. But really, you're literally our perfect partner.
We just met.
Yeah, but that's what makes it so perfect. You're cute, smart, and you have connections. You don't need forever to see how it works out.
Let him go, Leo. I think we've overwhelmed him.
Promise me you'll think about it, please? I put our numbers in your phone, so call anytime.
First off, I have no idea why I would need to call either of you. And secondly, you're students. I'm a peer leader. I'm here to help you pass the class. That's it.
But we're more than just students. Would you give a call to students who are obsessed with the doctor's case?
Looking back over my shoulder, I give Griffith a look.
Bullshit.
Griffith sits cross-legged on the desk, a phone in one hand and gesturing to Leo with the other.
Binder.
Looking back at Leo, I see him rustle through his bag before he pulls out a well-worn spiral notebook.
This is everything that we've gathered on the case so far. Unfortunately, we're limited by just public info and some random rumors that we've picked up from the web. We've also been looking at similar cases, looking for any parallels or similarities that could speak to the current case.
Leo gestures with the notebook, and after brief hesitation, I take it and flip through. At first, there's nothing impressive, just some snipped articles and a few interviews printed out from various sources, but towards the back, I start to see true evidence of involvement. Handwritten notes and possible timelines are mapped out in great detail, and as Leo noted, evidence from previous cases is presented and probably linked to the doctor's current methods.
This research is thorough. If you included a few more current interviews and maybe a bit more data, this would be enough for your master's thesis.
I told you we were serious.
Sliding off the desk, he takes the bag from Leo.
Next time the three of us get some alone time, how about we exchange files?
I haven't promised anything.
But you're interested. Call us.
Leo takes the binder and gives me a quick kiss on the cheek.
See you, Reiiiii.
Oh, please. As the both of them leave, I'm left standing by the desk and staring at the doors, wondering what in the hell just happened. I feel like I was just seduced, bribed, and blackmailed all at the same time. Yeah, I feel you there. I'm in so much fucking trouble. Why did I enjoy that? So tired. Same. Finally done with classes for the day. I'll hand him the name cards and prepare to go home to catch up on sleep. I think I forgot to feed Key again too. Walking down the hall, I reach the administrator's wing and head towards June's office. Reaching for the doorknob, I notice the door ajar and make the decision to walk in before the sound of voices stop me. Standing just outside, I recognize June's voice and that of an older law professor that most of the student body generally dislikes. I just flat out hate him. Not only has he tried to seduce my ex in the past, but he totally disregarded me and shows little to no respect for anyone beneath him. It was also rumored that 90% of the students failed his class the previous semester. While most would have blamed the students, I believe the fault lies with the professor alone. God, again? Can't he be bothered to do his fucking job? Standing just outside the door, I lean in to make out the conversation.
Oh, come on, baby. Don't tell me you're going to leave me hanging again. Last night was so much fun. I officially can't get enough of you. Don't you think it's time to take us more seriously?
We're being played.
If I thought it was time, I would tell you. I just have other things going on right now, and you're not one of them.
Ooh.
You know I love it when you play hard to get. How much more do I have to beg? Is it more gifts you want? How about I take you on that shopping spree I was talking about? Hand-tailored suits, custom shoes, the works.
June.
Is that what you want? For you to doll me up, then have me beat you while I wear it?
What the fuck?
Dr. Osamu makes a noise that I'm very sure is not a word and then a request.
Yeah? Then what would you do with me?
Oh god. At that point, I'm not sure whether anger, jealousy, or disgust took over, but I can no longer listen to or stand June's old supposed to be over love affair. Barging in without remorse, I hold the cards up in my hand.
I've got your...
Now that I'm actually in the office, I get the full picture. June's sitting on his desk, leaning back the chair with his feet up and crossed while Dr. Osamu sits in the large chair across from him. All I have to do is glance to see Dr. Osamu in a very compromising position. Hands undone in his hand. Wow. Whoa, ooh, wow, ooh, hello. Hands undone and his hand buried within them. Dr. Osama stares at me before suddenly realizing and jumping up to his feet. Putting his back to me, he hurriedly puts himself back together while trying to mumble something between an apology and a curse. Still angry and getting angry, I refuse to turn away and stare at him until he looks at me.
Mr. Kurashima, we weren't expecting you.
Obviously.
Flirt with June. Fuck.
I would think you'd have the courtesy to knock.
Oh, that's alright. From what I heard, it seemed kinda juicy. And you look like you were pretty comfortable, so... why don't you take another seat?
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about.
Fine. You can just miss out on the show.
What? Excuse me. Dr. Osamu looks confused as I turn to June. Even his normal stoic face wonders what I have up my sleeve. Setting my things on the edge of the desk, I walk around slowly and let my fingers trace along the edges of the wood. June looks comfortable before I raise a foot and kick the side of the chair. Not expecting it, June drops his feet to the floor and grabs the edge of the desk to keep from falling over. Once I have him off balance, I grab the back of the chair and spin him around towards me. Hoi. June looks up at me with wide eyes, now totally confused. Reaching down, I grab the bottom of my sweater vest before pulling it off. Tossing it blindly, I let my eyes hold June before I step forwards and put my legs on either side of his own. Hi-yi-yi! Startling him, I slowly sink into his lap and rub my hands through my hair. Taking a seat, I let one hide. Oh, okay, hold on. Clear the mind. Don't stare at the butt anymore. Taking a seat, I let one hand slide from my locks and down my face before my index finger hooks into the corner of my glasses and pulls them off. Biting softly on the frame, I wink at June before settling down on the desk. June finally snaps out of his stupor and his hands feel at my hips.
I'm sorry. Did I interrupt something important?
Oh god.
Extremely important.
Jun has eyes for me as he grabs my hips and urges me closer. Putting both my lips with my tongue, I link my arms around the back of June's neck and slowly roll my hips. Wow!
I can't imagine what would be more important than you.
God, I love him. June bites at my bottom lip, but I pull away teasingly, glancing over at Osamu out of the corner of my eyes. I can tell he's on the verge of a tantrum, but not quite there.
I thought I was the only one you let tease you in here. But I guess you have others you like.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. You're the only one who matters to me.
Wow! What? Smiling knowingly, June returns it, and as he leans in for another kiss, I unblock him fully. To add a bit more to the show, I rock my hips against June's growing erection. Wow. Wow. June's mouth joins mine, and I find it almost impossible to pretend that is just all an act. I'm just like, I pushed the spacebar harder than ever before. I forget anyone else is in the room as the mouth opens beneath his own and a tongue slides out to dance along with his. I'm so flustered. The hands on my hips squeeze tighter and his reaction makes my hunger rise. Moving past his tongue, I delve into the dark corners of his mouth that I haven't tasted in months. As usual, he's spicy and warm, and his moans that fill my mouth force one from my throat and answer. His reactions make my hip rock harder. I'm suddenly intent on giving him the pleasure I know only I can. June has never lied to me, so when he says I'm the sweetest, I know it. When he says no one pleases him like I can, I believe it. And again, he whispers to me.
Fuck. You're the only thing I ever want.
God, June is like totally hung up on Ray. I like this. I like what I'm seeing and hearing. Wait.
And what about all the others you play with?
They mean nothing to me.
This time it's my turn to nip at June's lips before he groans in pleasure and takes control of my mouth again. As my hips continue to grind, I glance over at Osamu, and this time our eyes meet. Narrowing my own, I watch as the jealous sea spills over the brink and he leaves the room noisily. As the door slams behind me, I smile to myself and then wonder why I waste my time on him. He amuses June, but is little more than background noise. All of them beg for June, but June only begs for me. Whoa, June. Whoa. June doesn't even notice the sudden absence, but I pull away. Standing from his lap, I reach for my glasses. June gives a deep groan of disappointment and reaches for my hips again.
Ray, come on, Dove.
You had your fun.
I wipe my lenses, and then my lips before slipping my glasses back on. Tossing the tissue in the trash, I bend over and pick up my fallen sweater. A hand slips between my thighs and gently fondles my wow. Standing up, I turn and sharply strike June's cheek. June winces in pain and rubs at his stinging skin.
Hey, that hurt. Barely.
You know our rules. It's over when I say it's over.
Even if you do make me hard. Ray! Ray!
Hard to stop after you start something like that.
I pull the sweater over my head and fix it down over my chest and waist.
I'm controlling myself just fine. I only stepped in to save your ass. Now you're acting like a dog in heat.
Oh, if you had the view I did, I doubt you'd be so cruel to me.
As I fix my collar and sleeves, June stands from the chair and makes his way over, sliding his hands along my back and over my shoulders. He's starting a slow, deep massage that puts his hands to work in a way more seductive than any groping.
That feels good.
See? I haven't forgotten the things you like. I could put you to sleep like this.
Oh, I wish.
June continues to work my shoulders before placing a kiss on my nape and whispering against the skin.
Why don't you stay with me for a while? It feels like forever since we've been together.
That's what it means when you're exes, June. You don't get to have me to yourself anymore.
But I miss you.
Pulling out from under his hands, my heart is racing, but I keep it together long enough to retrieve the index cards. Using them as a barrier between us, I hand them over.
They're a good group. There's lots of potential ass-kissers. Enough troublemakers to entertain you. And a pair of horny twins who definitely won't deny you the afternoon quickie.
Yeah, no thank you.
You say that now. $50, you're fucking them by midterms.
I'll take that bet. But instead, you spend winter break with me.
Deal. There is no way you win this.
Is that your going rate nowadays? $50? 'Cause I've got 100.
Fuck you, June. But I'll take that 100 for babysitting your 73 kids.
June sighs and pulls out his wallet, holding out the money. June gives me a smirk as I slip it from his fingers.
I expect that's part of a down payment for the next time we're wasted.
You know me. I've never made my little fox pay.
Picking up my bag and notebooks, I head for the door and look back as I open it.
And if I ever catch wind that you were desperate enough to sleep with that piece of shit professor, you'll lose my sweet little ass for life.
Oh god, I love him. Oh god, I love him. Leaving the office, I pull the door closed and head home. Shit, what happened to the surprise he promised me? He greets me at the door once more with a hungry mew.
I know. Just give me a second.
After refilling Key's food and water bowl, my stomach reminds me that I had forgotten to eat lunch today. I prepare myself some food and then review my case files for a little while. When 10 p.m. hits, I undress and flop down on my bed, hoping that I can sleep in for once tomorrow. October 18th. Oh, come on. The one day of the week where I have a chance to sleep in? Who the fuck's messaging me? I swear if it's June again. I reach for my phone and answer the detective fucker that's calling me this early. Damn it, Steele. Don't you know that I hate being woken up?
No, don't tell me to fuck something up again.
I'm accessing the phone. I'm doing it right now. I'm picking it up.
This better be important.
Sorry, but we need you down here ASAP.
Why? What's going on?
Doctor's killed again.
Hello. Look, to the writers and to the voice actors, Paradise and Quill. Wow, that's a good writer name. Good job. Voice actors, all you. So good, so nice. Artist. EG. That's art. CG. J. Don't ask me how to say that. Character designs and sprites. Paradise. God amongst all. Chief of Finance. Paradise is doing everything. Such a long list of supporters. videos. Ah! Marvel! I forgot how to say his name. I looked it up and everything. You can click to return to the main menu. Let me just listen to the music. Check out those games. I always put links to the game in the description. Throw money at them. Look at this art. Oh, it's so good. See you guys next time, whenever that is. Bye.